to me, Jake, it comes down to choices. My cousin chooses, and this is the part where people might get a little upset with me. My cousin chooses the alcohol bottle every day. Now, some people say, wait a minute, it's a disease. It's a disease. Well, listen, all due respect, I don't believe in it. And I'm comfortable saying that because that used to be me. And I was very much addicted. I don't believe it's a disease. I believe it's nothing more than a choice. And I just chose to do a lot of those things. And then eventually I chose not to. So I think it's a very beautiful thing, that the power that we actually have that's bestowed upon us. There's rather, one way to look at it is rather the responsibility that we've been given. That, hey, God says, hey, you had a choice. Why did you do that? You had a choice. You didn't have to do that. So I think it's a really interesting thing to kind of internalize and reflect upon.
I love that, and I really appreciate you sharing that, because there's two different mentalities, right? I mean, if it's if it's a disease, then you're kind of a victim, right? And it's something that happened to you. But if you're taking responsibility for your choices, if an addiction is a choice, then there's a lot of empowerment there, isn't there? That if I'm making bad choices, then I can all of a sudden change my mind and decide to make good choices, and there's power in that, isn't there, brother?
It's very liberating. Very, very. You see, another example. My brother's also on the same diet. He went to a friend's house last night. They peer pressured him. Said, no, I made all this food for you. And they had this big, heavy meals. Oh, no, I made all this food. You got it. He cheated. He gained 2 pounds today. Okay. When I go I am very liberated. I said, no, I don't eat that. No. I'm on a mission. I have my own diet. I have that's not part of my plan. That's not part of what I do. And it's a very liberating. You see, when people first start a diet or whatever, they're very shy. Oh no, I'm on a diet. Oh no, I can't eat that. And they get peer pressure very easily. Right. And it's kind of selling versus serving. People say, oh, I hate selling. Well, dude, that's because you're selling. Stop selling, start serving.
Yeah.
So reframing how do you value what you're doing? So I'm very liberated. Take smoking cigarettes, for example. Smoking cigarettes was historically one of my all-time favorite things to do. I just loved it. It was just a lot of fun, even though I'm an asthmatic. Just loved it. It was just one of my all-time favorite things to do. I just hang out with friends, smoke, have some fun. I miss it very much. I haven't smoked in I don't know how many years. Well, let's see, 5. I've been married for 5. I don't know, 7, 8 plus. I don't know, years. I haven't smoked, and I still miss it to this day. But it's gotten to the point now where it's become a habit now. Where it's like, okay, no more. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do it anymore. But it's really a choice. You know what I mean? It's a choice that, I could get started. There's no one that's going to stop me.
So let me ask you a question, because you've overcome, drinking and cigarettes and probably drugs and things like that. I mean, what would you say? I mean, if somebody's out there and they're struggling, they want to quit something, they want to quit drinking or smoking or whatever addiction it might be, what advice would you give them, today? What would you say? Is it just making a decision? How do you change those habits?
It's not just drinking or smoking. It's also health. It's also bad relationships. It's also bad habits. It's also bad company. All these things take away from success. For me, it was I hit rock bottom, and I ended up in the hospital from partying too much, and then God saved me, and then I took advantage of that. I literally just dropped all my habits immediately. And I never kind of looked back. All my bad habits, I dropped them overnight. I just said, hey, man, we just got sick of it. Just got really sick of it. And I'll tell you this, only when I dropped my bad habits did I start making building blocks to success. Only then did we find it. But, to answer your question more specifically, what advice do I have to people who want to quit something? It's not a popular theory, and depending on how far in, look, it depends on what we're talking about. I'd like to get a little bit more specific. A lot of the things, best way to do is cold turkey. Some of the things you can't do cold turkey because it's dangerous, by the way.
Right.
But some things like a relationship, dude, if you've been in a terrible relationship for years and you've tried everything and you've been to therapists and you've been to therapy and you've tried this, enough is enough. Walk away. Walk away today. And
Yeah.
I've had people, same, who just dragged it and dragged, and they just, their whole life is, it's actually really sad. So I want to tell you something that might help. Some people say that hell is simply the ability to see the life that you could have lived. So don't, so don't make that a reality. Like, stop it. Like take action now, today, like right now. If you're listening to this, like whatever's happening, like stop. If you're smoking a cigarette, put it out. If you're having a drink, put it out. If you're in a bad relationship, text them out. You know, like whatever's going on, like stop it now. Not tomorrow. Not this is my last one. No, not tonight is my last pizza. Like right now, cold turkey, if it's safe, by the way. You know, for most things it's safe. You know, for some people who are like, you know, serious drug addicts, you can't do cold turkey. It's unsafe. But, you know, talk to a doctor if you have some real serious problems. But generally speaking, stop it cold turkey is my, look, I'm just telling you, brother, from my experience. You know, here's what I like about life. There's a car wheel, and in the middle of the wheel is a little circle. And you have a bunch of spokes going to that wheel. Well, the circle represents success. And all those spokes represent different ways to get there. I'm just offering you one way that worked for me, you know?
Sure. I love it, man. You know, so it's just make a decision, empower yourself, decide on the life that you want to live, and go do it, huh?
It's nothing but a choice, brother. Success is not, I hate it when people say, oh, you got lucky, or there's no such thing. Success is nothing but a choice. I'll give you an example. Like I'm actually, I don't know, do you know ClickFunnels?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I'm speaking at a ClickFunnels event on Friday. And that was a dream come true. And I wanted to do that. And I set my goals for that. So I did the things necessary to make that happen. It was really, and I want to say this in a humble way, but it was really a choice. I chose, I want to speak. Okay, now I'm going to do the things I know I need to do to make that happen. It was a choice. I wanted to become a #1 international best-selling author. I wanted to. That was a choice. I chose to do that. I did. I chose to lose weight. I chose to help my students hit 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures. You know, chose to give a TED talk. A TEDx talk, when I saw like the TEDx concept, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that. It was a decision. I'm going to do that. Okay, I have a goal now. Now I'm just going to do what's needed to make that happen. I think people look at things wrong, right? They're like, oh, that'd be nice one day if I can give a TEDx talk, or if I could become man, that'd be really cool if I could be a best-selling author, or that'd be really cool if I could make $1 million. It's not that. If somebody like, oh, well, if the fortune is upon me, or if luck is upon me and I can, you know, have X. It's not that at all. That's the wrong way to look at it. Here's the way to look at it. Okay, cool. I'm going to do that. Yeah. You know what? I want to do that. Now it's about making the plan to make that happen. Because the truth is, you can make, dude, I had a crippling anxiety disorder. I was married to the devil, lots of addictions. I was living in an electrical closet. What else? I was 60 pounds overweight. I was broke, lost, and confused for so many years. Divorced. I think that's enough. We can probably come up with more.
Sure,
but
of course.
I had no why for a long time.
It's pretty grim, yeah.
Yeah. You can go from that to like now, I would say like the thing I'm most proud about is not really the money or the books or the TED Talks or the international talks. All that stuff is cool. But the favorite thing has honestly been, the most satisfying thing has been the giving, you know, has been the fact that we've been able to sponsor orphans, give the gift of vision to the blind, build water wells, you know, do these amazing, incredible things that will outlive me. You know, the truth of the matter is, bro, and this is probably the wrong way to look about things. You know, we're always growing. And if you interview me next year, or whatever, I'll probably say something totally different. But if I was to go out of business today, I'm happy because we've been able to donate and make and impact a lot of tens and tens of thousands of lives through charity. I'm happy, you know, and that's not, and the reason I say that's probably not the right way to look at things is because, you know, we should probably do a lot more.
Sure. Yeah.
But I'm just saying that it's a cool, because like I see all these people online, man, like, hey, what are you guys investing in? And like, where should I put my money? I'm like, you know, to me, the number one investment is charity, man. The number one investment is giving, because like you'll never go poor by giving. You know, you'll just never go poor by giving.
It's
And
the best ROI there is, huh?
yeah, I think so. I think it is it is my number one secret to success is giving. And it is, I think, the most rewarding and profitable thing one can do.
You know, that's